Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's focus on security. Don't play with security. We must fund and defend our land. Support the gallant men in the bushes. Support these people. We don't want to play with anything security, please. Everybody should be focused. Everybody should focus and let's fight this fight. Security is number one. You don't have any government without security. You don't have any land without security. You don't have any Biafra without security. You don't have any home without security. Security is all. So let's focus and don't get distracted. We want to tell you that our security remains number one. BLA need granite. Donate anonymously. Go to the website www.ipobinusa.org/donate or call the number you see on the screen. Don't let anybody move your eyes, distract you from buying granite for this gallant man. Something can happen right now. Something can happen tomorrow. We don't have any time. We don't have no time. Please, let's be focused. Don't get distracted. Any other things can happen, but you see this our gallant BLA, BRF, we must guide them and buy them granite. Yes, you heard me. As you are listening, let me put people on Twitter for you to join them. Please, everybody should focus. Don't get distracted. No matter what, I respect everybody. Our leader, Mazen Nandekan, our prime minister, our CSO, our government, and any other thing. But more importantly, our PLA. They are the reason you have anything you call yourself today. They are the reason the enemies have not overrun us. They are the reason we have anything we call Biafra today. The enemy, that's my take. I'm not part of the government.
Everybody get money to buy them.
And I'm not even
yes,
wishing to be part of the government.
What of others? They fit buy them.
But I want you to
What
know
if I buy
that
the constitution now? I can't
government
quote
or no
waiting know the
government,
constitution just to win
what we
arguments.
need is protection of our
I can't quote waiting know
today.
just to win argument.
Yes.
In the end, I did wrong.
That is
Make everybody get time so that even if I read only and keyword searchable, so that if you dey talk something, person go search and see and tell and say na lie. See what the constitution talk here.
Anyhow you want
Make constitution
to
govern us.
please,
and make we protect our constitution. Our constitution be our government, no be individual. When we say we will protect government, we will protect government. DOS now say DOS. So we fit on dey protect individual, leave constitution. This individual been talk say, what does the constitution say? We don't fucking care what this individual say. We have to follow what the constitution says, because all of us come together, voted for the committee, assigned a committee that will draft it, and they drafted it all out. Thank you, guys. Let's protect the constitution. And when we protect the constitution, we protect the government. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person to go is Awin. Awin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much. The great sons and daughters of Biafra land speak the way or join you people in most of the deliberations because of where I was taking care of myself. And even when the re-declaration was going on in Finland, I was watching it on a admission bed. But that
Alwyn, I don't think we can hear you. Yeah, you're coming out now. Sorry for
happy
that.
seeing you people over there doing what I expected and I loved, so much to see. I was so happy. The appearances and whatever I have done there, and see me are doing it for yourself. Yes, we can say we are doing it for us. Yes, sir.
We cannot hear Alwyn anymore. I think
Alwyn, your
yes.
network is very, very sharp.
The network has kicked him out. Cheta, you want to say something? Say hello to the people, Cheta. Say hello. Say hello. Why are you smiling?
Mazi
Massive.
Alwyn, we cannot hear you.
If Mazi Alwyn is out there, let's hear from Tina. Tina, are you there?
So
Yes,
we are
Okay,
hello.
hold on. Mazi Alwyn is back. Tina, hold on.
Mazi Alwyn, I'll bring you down and bring you back up. I don't know. Yeah, I can hear you now.
My goodness. Okay, I do not know what is going on, but if you cannot hear me, please let me know so that I will go down and
We can hear you now.
come
We can
back.
hear you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see, the control that we have as far as Biafra is concerned is the Constitution. There is nothing anybody would do outside the Constitution of Biafra. You see what is going on in the zoo? Is that what we want to happen in Biafra? Hell no. We must respect the written document that we have agreed to honor. It is a pathway that we're supposed to follow. When Obama came to Ghana and told us that we don't need strong men, we need strong institutions. That is exactly what is happening today. The Constitution as it is there is for the Biafra. And we must obey it and regard it as our grand norm. A book that leads everybody, irrespective of how strong a man or how strong a woman you are. You must be obedient to that Constitution because we agreed to it, my people. I wouldn't want all this. I have seen so many things that is going on, and I am worried. I am worried. I don't want it to be in a situation where we will allow our enemies that has been chasing us for quite some time, those that were laughing at us, to come back now and tell us, oh, didn't I tell you people? They are not democratic. They are not this, they are not that. Do not let your own being, your selfish being, take over you, overwhelm you when it comes to the general purpose why all of us are doing what we are doing. That is the only thing I would tell every one of you. Honor that Constitution. If whatever that is being done by this great daughter, the Deputy Prime Minister, is in line, in tandem with the Constitution, please let everybody respect it. Let everybody respect it. We don't need this division, lambasting, attacking, telling people who you are, how you did this, how you support, how you fight. No, just like the past, caller said, there are people in Biafra land that have missed death in a whisker. If every one of you know what the bullet can do to the body of a man, like I always say, the bullet that is meant to kill you, you won't hear the sound because the bullet travels faster than the sound. There are people in my mother's ancestral land of Biafra land today that have missed death in a whisker. I do not know what those people will say when we begin to, announce whatever that we have done. And there are people also, men and women, great men and women, children that have lost their life in this process. the only thing we would do for them is to come together and obey the Constitution as it is. When you serve and your services are no longer required, then you can go back. It doesn't mean that you've been alienated. No. It doesn't mean that you cannot contribute anymore. You don't need to go out there and begin to fight. And we must be grateful that God has raised women like those people around us, these great daughters that are within us today. So many of them has accomplished quite a lot of things. And that is the procedure. Let them rule, let them continue to lead the affairs of this government. Follow them, support them. Do not antagonize them simply because it is time for you now to leave the arena for fresh hands to come in. I beg of you. Thank you so much. And may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to bless every one of you. Whatever that you touch your hand, may God bless every one of you. Bless your workplaces. Provide for you that you will provide for the liberation and the maintenance of my mother's ancestral land and that beautiful nation called Biafra. I remain your Okene of Biafra. Thank you so much for having me, sir.
Thank you. Tina, you can go on, Tina. I'll put you down. If you need to speak again, just request the mic. You know you always come up. Tina, let's go.
Okay. Hello, Biafrans. I greet you all. I am just here to give an opinion. And I just wanted to say I appreciate all you guys are doing. And at this moment, I am not backsiding anybody. I'm just here for the Biafra that work for all Biafrans, just like our leader Maznan wanted it, and as our Prime Minister wanted it, Biafra that will listen to our people. And right at this moment, we are the eyes of the government because they cannot be everywhere. Now, I have this opinion to make to support my sister Eunice because of the name that Eunice had mentioned. We shouldn't shut people down because sometimes the person that we're talking about may not be in your group, but they may be in our group and we know them due to their behavior. Now, that individual that Eunice pointed out, that individual is no good. At least that's my opinion. Now, you guys can go do, those who are going to work with her will in the long run find out. In our group, what she did was cause chaos. Her voice is silent until we are done. And then she will throw, it's like, you mix your gari, put your sugar, put everything, she'll come and dump sand inside it. She tried to create chaos. And then when you ask her for clarification, oh, no, don't worry. You guys, I was asking, I wanted to say something. Nobody gave me a chance, even though she has been given a chance. Now, at least from what I observe from our group, that individual, she doesn't contribute. She doesn't give opinion to support what we are doing. The time that there's an individual that tried to kick our honorable that is in charge of our country. That individual tried to get rid of our honorable. And that individual said that he was talking to our Prime Minister and our Prime Minister approved of him continuing his position, but our group voted and they voted him out. This very lady joined that man, and she doesn't make a donation in our group, but she went to make a donation on that man's group, and that man called in a fundraising to make a donation to the Prime Minister, and the Information Minister asked her to go back and meet our honorable that is in charge of our country and give the money. Every donation must go to her. So our Prime Minister was aware of that very woman because that information was passed back. Now we are the eyes in what we do. So if she cannot manage in a smaller capacity, I don't know what makes her good enough to be in a bigger capacity. Now my opinion doesn't matter, but I must voice my opinion to support those that are, Eunice and our honorable. They are those that we are the one, making decisions, but we were the observer. I am the OS member. I just watch, but this is my observation. So just to point it out, everybody needs to keep an eye. We don't want an enemy among us. The individual that was kicked away, we will come to understand that he worked for Tinubu government. That very man that tried to get rid of our honorable was working for Tinubu government. Now he has started his own collecting money in Canada here, not in our group. And that was the same person that this lady, Dorothy, was hanging around with now. I'm not accusing her of anything, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. I just want people to keep their eyes open. Just listen. Don't try to kick us out because we're not in the government. We are not in your group. You're not in our group, so you don't know what we know. So people need to, maybe tomorrow somebody need to be wise enough to ask the question so that we can understand who these people are. Maybe make contact with the people who know the lady so that before you can put her in that kind of position, you're not giving somebody working for Tinubu a chance to have access to the security in the land. So that's just what I'm going to say, and I will leave it there. Those who know what to do, and they can go ahead and figure it out. I'm not trying to make an accusation, but I'm just pointing out what I noticed. So I will drop my mic here. I appreciate all of you guys for the wonderful work you're doing. Just keep raising your voice, because without our voice, we will have another DOS. We just don't want anybody to drag us around and destroy all the suffering and hard work that our people have put into this struggle. So we must, this is the government of the people, by the people. So we all work together, contribute to get to where we are. Nobody needs to be shut up. Just allow their voice to be heard. And then if they don't want to abide by the rules, and then we can put them aside and move on. So I just pray that our Prime Minister will be here very soon, because we really miss him. And our leader, Mazinankan. So let's continue. It is all going to work out for our good. I'll drop my mic here. Thank you.
Mazi, please, can I speak? Because after 5 minutes, I'm not going to have any chance, please. Is it possible?
Tina, I hope you don't mind. I take you down, Tina. I'll bring you up whenever you want to. Go on, Ben Chooks.
Oh, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you, Biafrans, for this early morning. Thank you. What I wanted to say now, really, Mazi Christopher Okenwa really went inside my heart and pick up some ways. Another thing again, Biafrans, I just wanted to say this morning is why we can't be able to stand for effect. Why are we not? We can be able to stand for a little, just a mere test on us. What is going on is we are already into a nation, but we're not gonna go into this nation with a pride and ego. I am the greatest. I have done this. Let everybody bear it in mind. Blood has been made. A lot of blood has been made. Irrespective of any way, anyhow, anybody will take it. I asked Akbarawa a question last night. He bluffed and kicked me out. But let us see where this dancing is going to be. I'm talking to everyone. Let that thing, that blonde they have made, let it be just close from this moment. And let us find a way ahead. For people coming out and saying all sorts of this, it belongs to this, it belongs to this, I'm really disappointed. It shows that the people doesn't know who is their leader. We should remove act of disrespect in our life. No, I cannot see any honest at all, even within the cabinet. No respect. I keep on saying it. Honor to whom honor is due, irrespective of who you are. Honor to whom honor is due. Our Prime Minister, just for me, I can say that he's just putting everybody on test, and people are dancing around, making all sorts of comments, derogatory comments that is not supposed. Someone who answers ministers, cabinet, they can't control themselves. What are we going to learn from them? Is that the way? This is not the way. What do you think the enemy will be talking about you? You do not create something for the enemy to have something against you. Please, my brothers and sisters, at this moment, I don't have so much time. I don't want to take too much time. Let us respect each other. Let us respect one another. Please. All this nonsense, we have to put it in a bin. Whatever that comes from that office of Prime Minister, let everybody honor it. Please. Then the pilot of the ship, when he comes out, then he knows how to pilot the ship. But I've seen that we have failed that test. I've seen that test he put on you, everybody has failed it. It's a shame. I yield my mic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother, Ben Chooks. I think the next person would be Kama. Kama, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
All right, then. Thank you so much. Thank you for hosting the space. I greet everyone here, and I say, may Chukwu bless each and every one of you. I've been don't want to get myself into all this things going on the social media. I'm even trying to recover from the whole program and all that, and be hearing all this on social media and all that. But one thing I like is, sometime when something happen, it will remind you about our Igbo adage that said, "Ikukuku afiko okoko." If something like this don't happen, some people will pretend as if they are with us, and when we go into certain things, then it will become a disaster. But when such a thing happen, it's good to know some certain character, and when they do certain things, they cannot deny it because it's already on the air. Because there are certain things you don't call mistake. As an adult that know a lot, if you are in the military, there are certain things you cannot call a mistake. If you do it, it will lead to your dismissal. And there is a lot of them, and something like this obviously has shown us that some people are not capable. They are just there because they were available, when that space was there. And now that some of this space require people that are competent, you can understand that some of them are not ready to provide their resume to show that they are capable. And you can be hearing some people fighting, in different ways. Having said that, I'm not saying that everything is well, and I'm not assiding anybody. All I know is that whether people like it or not, Biafra must move on. This issue did not start now, but I can tell you, irrespective of the problem, we handled that event and nobody distracted that event. It was smooth, it was as planned, even though those things were still there. So no one man can actually stop Biafra from coming. No one woman can actually do that. But it's good that this thing is happening so that we can know people to hold responsible. You know, there is something that people don't understand. And the PM have said it so many times, and other people. You see, after we have gotten our freedom, there is what is called internal conflict. And the internal conflict is not with the gun, because we have passed that stage of gun, within ourselves. Internal conflict can be what you are seeing today. And then after that internal conflict, then we will become stronger and things will get better and better. So let people don't blow this thing out of proportion. If you also trying to say something, make sure that you maintain your composure so that you don't say something that you will regret tomorrow, because you're yet to hear from everybody. You don't know the genesis of this matter. You are just trying to give your opinion based on what you're hearing on the air, but I can tell you, if you keep your eyes on ground properly, you will know those people that are not fit to be part of the government, even without nobody telling you. And you don't even have to mention their name, and you don't even have to talk about them. All you need is to just keep your eyes on them. At the right time, when all of us will have the opportunity, to air our opinion, because that time will come. It's not going to end today. Let me just put it this way. It's not going to end today. But when you're talking, always know that you are a Biafran, so that you don't talk, you don't say something that will give enemy that opportunity to laugh at us. No.
Warner, please round up 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna round up. So the blunder that have happened has happened. There is no doubt about that. It has happened. But let's give everyone a chance. Let's hear from others. We have heard from it's more like one-sided story, but it's also good to hear from the people that are in charge of the government at the moment, and then we can move on from there. Thank you so much, World Greatest. And the World Greatest, please keep pipe low small. Pipe low small. I know you understand the politics very well, but trying to pipe low a little bit so that people will not think that you are for this person and the other, and you're not for the other person. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And noted. Chizoba, let's go.
I thought it should be my turn.
Mr. Joe, I'll come to you. Chizoba, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Thank you. Thank you, Biafrans. Biafran Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity. Thank you, honorable members in the House. Please, just 1 minute. I'm going inside my car so that here is noisy. I'm sorry. Thank my government, Biafran government. Everything everyone is saying is good because we are saying our opinion and the little we know. Now, there is one question I want to ask What Greatest before I continue. What Greatest, sir?
Yeah, I'm right here, my
Now,
brother.
yes. Now, if, like, let me put it this way, people that not capable the time of our Prime Minister is here with us, that they give office, then they are not capable to rule it, then they're not capable. They lost it, they failed. Now the government is using them to new appointment. What do you say about that? Like, what are you gonna say about that?
Please, can you point out the people that failed there so we'll know who we're talking of and we'll know the context regarding it? But you just gave a broad assertion.
No, and okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Just name the people.
Yes, I will name the people. Now, what our sister Eunice said, let me bring my own one that I know, and I know what everything about it. In South Africa here, we have issue that long time that issue our prime minister came here and dissolve it and suspend the people that he suspend and say the people that he can say to take the mantle they refuse. Then when our prime minister is here, George, today one of them and the people who doesn't believe in what our prime minister give. Our prime minister give order to every phone to remove from the WhatsApp and go to Telegram. Those individuals in South Africa, Dr. Koye and his group, they are still in WhatsApp today. Our prime minister give Okoye mantle of leadership to lead South African. Okoye failed. He didn't pay our office rent. Okoye want office of South Africa that you know that South Africa is the head of Africa to fail. Some individuals rescue the office. Our prime minister came to South Africa and dissolved those people. Now, and to give one of them the chance to control the following again, that person refused, which is in Zube, is a former admin. Today, in that WhatsApp, I had the voice note that they are bragging that now the government already authorized them to start working in South Africa again. So I want to ask you, when that kind of thing happening in your various side, what are you gonna say, or what do you gonna advise the government to do? Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a wonderful question. According to the person, no permanent enemy, no permanent friend. Raphael Ajere went against the prime minister during the time of the prime minister and DOS, but he came back and he was allowed an opportunity to be into the cabinet. Just because he went against the prime minister did not stop the prime minister from bringing him in when he found out that he has repented and is fully willing to serve the Biafran people. So just because those people have erred before does not mean they cannot find their way back, like Raphael Ajere found his way back. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, that's a very wrong assessment, please. It's
That's
not.
why I'm like,
Prime Minister, wait, my brother. What greatest? It's a very wrong assessment. You don't treat matter like that. Prime Minister is just gone for a
yes.
few weeks. Few weeks. Prime Minister has just gone for some
Again,
few weeks. And you felt
David,
that those people,
again, David, I
those
was asked a
people,
direct question and I answered it directly. I
okay,
don't know what you want me to
yes,
do.
you should have answered it diplomatically, because when
But
you
it was
said
diplomatic
that
too
gave
now.
those people the room, that is giving those people to room to rejoice that even after they sabotage the prime minister, that this administration has recognized him to come and do what they were doing then.
Okay, my question to you, David,
It
how are
doesn't
you
make
sure the
sense.
prime minister is not aware that they are back in the cabinet? How are you sure of that? Do you have empirical evidence that Ngozi Ramboezi just brought all these people, all these names off from her heart, that the prime minister is not aware? Are you sure the prime minister is not aware these people are back, or he's not aware that these people have come back to apologize and show that they have capacity? How are you sure? You're not sure, so we cannot make a assertion either way.
It's a long answer
It's
because
not the wrong answer. If
there is
Raphael
something I told
Ajere,
you.
if Raphael Ajere
I
can
said
go
that.
in, hold on.
Please, can you give
Let me
me
answer
my
you
chance,
back.
please?
30 seconds.
Okay.
If
All right.
Raphael Ajere was actually removed by the prime minister and was later allowed to come back, and after apologizing, and was allowed to even climb to one of the highest ranking of the government in EZA, anybody else should be able to be accorded that same privilege of second chance.
Okay, can I say what's happened, because I want to take it briefly, but I can see now there's a
No,
new
it's your.
there's
You
the
can go on. It's your
development of
time
argument.
to speak. You
Let me
can go on.
let me summarize it. Let me summarize it, my brother. Now, those people that I'm talking about, Dr. Okoye and the school, then came our prime minister give them that office to lose South Africa. They entered that it didn't reach even 5 hours. They are tampering our finance. They are tampering our fundraising. That time our prime minister give us grace to come to fundraising 2 times in every month. They enter say that fundraising will be once in a month, which we refuse. That it can't be like that. It that make the fundraising that we are going today, we are making it every week, because we say that it can happen in South Africa, that it give you this mantle today, you are telling us that our fundraising will be once in a month. So, but when you check out what is happening now, I will say that is the same thing. Our government need to give us chance. Our government don't need to tamper our finance the way we are doing it now, until they can get everybody together. I know that they are together, but let it not be something that then we like command and control. No, we Biafrans, we are thinking everything that comes around us. Please, my advice to our government today, please, please, let those people, if you want to do any changes, or if you want to give any office, or if you want to give any appointment, please let the people that you are giving appointment confirm from the place they are starting, confirm with the people they are ruling them. Because now what you need to say is, it can give that kind of a person a security, home security appointment. Now, in South Africa, those people have started bragging that they will continue taking fundraising from that side. We are not against it. But can I tell you that from 5 or 6 months now, those people never even contribute in South Africa. Even those rent, our rent that we are paying, that they sabotage, they never paid that rent now, up to now. But the government are giving them order to do what our prime minister suspended, because they are not capable to do it. I let my case. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
what greatest, please, can you respond to what he just said now? Because it's very, very important. He's telling Biafrans here that these people have not been contributing to the fundraising that is happening in South Africa. And they were also there when their liaison office could not be paid for. And he made them to lose their liaison office. But the people that were presently occupying the place were the people who were going fundraising. And these people that were sidelined by the prime minister have now been welcomed back. So what have you to say about that? Very important, because this is a Biafran nation we are talking about.
David, first of all, I do not have privileged information on why those people are back. If really those people are the same people you are insinuating, or he's insinuating, I don't have privileged information. I try to believe and give benefit of the doubt and trust the leadership. That is what I would do until anybody is proven otherwise. Those people have not proven otherwise yet. We don't know if the prime minister was involved in making of this decision. We are just here because some couple of ex-ministers came up to draw our attention that they are not happy with what is happening. And by the ways of me saying it, I think they are only just crying for their own, or let me not use the word crying, I apologize. They are only just agreed.
Let me tell you, it's not the ex-ministers that made me to come on space. They are not the ones. I know the reason why I came.
This is my question. The reason they are the catalyst why we are having this conversation. Whether we agree or not, they are the catalyst. But at the end of the day, the prime minister, we don't know if he was privy. Hold on, I'm on the phone. If he was privy to the decisions being made and these people coming in, we don't know. And the prime minister being a benevolent person, if he has been able to give second chance to other people, I don't see reason why he will not be able to give second chance to some of these people now. Well, that is how I say it. But to have information whether it is the deputy prime minister that brought those people back, I do not know. And I like to believe that the prime minister is not in the dark of what's going on. So I'll leave it at that. So let me not say more than what I don't know. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chizabah, for that submission. Right. Let's go to Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe, let's go.
Hey, yeah, thank you, world's greatest, Master K, and everybody here. Man, I was so down that day they made that broadcast, you know. I felt so bad. I wasn't expecting such thing because, I mean, at the moment too, we found ourselves coming out from that convention.
Speak here. What best? I want to contradict
I,
what
Hold on.
Christopher is
I
saying.
just
I'm
brought you. As
speaking.
you see, I just brought
I
you up.
just want to contradict what Christopher is
Hold
saying.
on.
He is the
Hold on.
I'm
problem why South
speaking.
Africa, South Africa
Hello.
failed. He's part of the
I'm,
problem. And he's
I'm,
going to talk
I'm
nonsense.
speaking.
Uzochukwu,
I'm,
I
I'm
just brought
speaking.
you up, and someone is speaking. You just felt like you could take the mic and just disrupt it. Come on now,
Some
Mr.
people
Joe.
don't believe that we can fling them actually.
Mr. Joe,
I'll
let's go.
surprise you. I promise
Is
you.
I mean,
I'll surprise you.
is it because my I'm not shouting? Is
No
it
need
why
for
you
you to
want to
shout,
go?
Mr. Joe.
Please,
No need
let's
for you
shout.
Oh
to
my
shout.
God!
There's no
Let's
need.
shout. Let's.
I saw as I was speaking. I felt so bad that day anyway. But on the brighter side, I was also happy that, I mean, the way everybody starts, you know, putting their mouth means we are all involved. I mean, that shows that, I mean, we are stakeholders. Everybody wants to know what is going on, and that is how a government should be. It's not like we'll leave it for them, let them do their business. No, everybody is trying to figure out how to make this government work. I mean, that's the good side of it. But also, I mean, after that incident, I was expecting our COS, now our Deputy Prime Minister, I was expecting her to call a meeting and resolve whatever they are having within themselves. That's what I was expecting. Unfortunately, I didn't hear anything. Next thing I saw was this memo, these names I just saw. And when I saw that memo, the first thing I did, I went through that memo. I was checking to see if I can see the names of those guys that work with Simon, like Sonia Marawa, and I couldn't see them. I wasn't happy because even if it's prime minister that posted this name without people like Akparawa, I will still question prime minister and say, what did this guy do to you? Because at this point we are now, for you to call a fundraising now as we are speaking, most of these names that came out now cannot host a fundraising and people will be happy to participate like how we do with all these names we know before. We are not in a position to start changing faces on that side of the game now. We still need these guys, even if we have to transition to another level. But we need to work like like a family. It's not like everybody's talking about constitution, constitution. I believe in constitution, but right now we can't utilize this. Let me finish. We can't utilize this constitution to the fullest. Like what these guys are complaining, like Sister Eunice and the other brother from South Africa. Because in a functional government, constitution could have solved this case. Because even if, as a prime minister, you nominate someone for ministerial appointment, that doesn't give that person 100% authenticity until that person have to go through the what's the name, the legislature. They will vet the person. But now nobody vet these guys. That means we are not using this constitution to the fullest. So now, my kind of my I'll finalize by saying this. What I'm expecting our honorable COS vice uh, prime minister to do now is even before calling this place, she will be doing. I expect her to call these aggrieved people together. Let them sort their wahala. Let them figure out their wahala. Then let them hold space like they used to hold space together. Let them, from that space, let them calm everybody down. Because I don't want a situation whereby there'll be division. Let them, because these guys have their own guys in this Biafra. I don't want division. Let them organize themselves. Call a space. I have a space where they will call. Where they will broadcast as a united front, so that everybody will calm down. I mean, I'm not against putting a new face like all these new appointees. It's not a bad thing. Nobody owns Biafra. Once another person show up, we can tell you, thank you for your service, go and rest. That's not a bad, but at least we don't need to discard somebody. We still have to give you honor, like make you feel appreciated. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe. There's a man I used to really like when I was young. I used to call him Big Joe. Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe, I'm gonna put you down and bring more people up, right? We keep
Thank
having
you.
requests. I think it's time I fall asleep so I can wake up and listen to the chief of staff. Okay, the next person to go is I want to hear from Tottiville. Tottiville, unmute yourself. You've been writing a lot lately. Let me hear from you. Express
Yeah,
yourself.
thank you. Yeah, thank you, world greatest, and I thank everyone over here. Mazda K, I greet you. Yeah, my contribution, just like what I told you yesterday on world greatest. We, the people, or some of us taking side in this issue that is going on now, we are the problem. Nobody is expected to take side. I thank Mr. Joe for his submission. That's a wise one. You have to carry everybody along, no matter what. And we now taking side in this issue is even fueling the issue more. What I expect us to do when we had this matter from Sonia Parawa and the Minister of Finance was advise them to go inside and resolve their differences. Because you cannot erect a traditional government under 1 week or a month. It's not possible anyway. We should be truthful to ourselves now, except we want to create another DOS in this thing that we are doing. And the DOS that we created in the time of Martin and we have not finished resolving that issue. And we still want to create another one. And most of you are like, oh, forget them. They are the one causing problem because they removed them from the government. That is why they're angry. And you think that will solve the problem? That will never solve the problem. And I still want to use this opportunity to advise our COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. I love her so much. I love her impact all this while. I will advise her to cancel whatever meeting she wants to hold on space today and go back home and resolve the issue within and come out with everybody to address we the Biafran people. Because I want to promise her one thing. If she continues with that X space today, she will commit a very bigger blunder aside from this one. She just wants to fuel the already anger in the minds of the Biafran people. We know how far we have come in this struggle. And nobody will come now and try to convince us or confuse us to believe what he or she wants to tell us. We follow the spirit of Biafra, and the spirit of Biafra is in everybody. You cannot impose yourself on Biafra. It's not possible. The spirit of Biafra will reject you. You will think it's a joke. You will think maybe you are winning. But we have seen more people that are more powerful than her in this struggle. Let me bring our mind back to Dr. Nelly. Dr. Nelly was a lioness in this struggle. But when she felt that maybe she has gained momentum in the struggle, people were hailing her, you are this, you are that, and she tried to pull a string. What happened to her? She fell. Madam Azuka, the same thing. And now it's her turn. And I'm advising her not to allow what happened to others to happen to her. As a leader, You have to listen. You have to endure whatever insult, whatever disrespect that you are getting for now, because you need to win the trust of the people you are about to work with. It's very, very, very important. And you cannot just throw people outside, people that have been there from day one. We all know when we started 2001. And there's some correction I want to put here. What greatest? Please stop comparing what is happening now with our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa did. When the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa came, when our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was abducted, he waited for 6 months. I'm very much aware, and so many of us here are very much aware. When people were even calling him to take the mantle of leadership, when people like Madam Azuka, the Umuada of those days, Nsima, even Rafael Ajiri, this Sonny Akparawa, they were pushing him to take the mantle that the BOS people have felt. He kept quiet for 6 months. And what does that tell you? Wisdom. He was trying to understand the movement. He was trying to understand the people. He was trying to understand the problem that was going on at that time. So he would know how to manage the whole situation. And when he gained his feet, the people followed him. You don't need to entice anybody with sweet talks. You don't need to entice anybody with favoritism for people to follow you in this Biafra struggle. You have to show workings. You have to show that you are committed to the people of Biafra. And I hear some people saying we should give the COS absolute power. My brothers and my sisters, there's nothing like absolute power in a democratic government. The only absolute power in a democratic government belongs to the people. So we should not come up here and start saying things as if maybe we don't know what we are doing. There are so many of us here that just kept quiet, but we are just watching. Me, my stand, I'm not supporting anybody. I'm not supporting the two parties. My advice has been they should go back, because you cannot just remove somebody from a system and bring somebody that is not familiar to that system to come and control that system. How can that person control that system? It's not possible. You have to work with the people there before. Give this transitional government time. We should forget about this constitution. How many of us are aware of this constitution? Something that you have not even tabled to the Biafran people. The Biafran people have not even known what is in the constitution, and you are trying to tell us about constitution that has not been given to us, that has not been published for people to go through. Before that constitution will come into place, there has to be a functioning government in the homeland. Everything is still in exile, whether we want to admit it or not, but we have declared our independence. But everything still remains in exile. So what greatest? Everything everybody has been saying here is just assumptions. Nobody holds any facts of what he or she is saying. That is why I'm advising everybody, don't take sides. If your opinion is still based on assumption, don't take sides. We should be the peacemaker of all these problems. We should tell them to go inside and resolve their problem and come up with something good for us in Biafra people, because we have suffered enough. Enough is enough of this front and back, Mr. Right and Mr. Wrong. It will never help anybody. And if we provoke the spirit of Biafra, the spirit of Biafra will dislodge everybody and bring up a new person we never expect to lead the struggle. And there's something I want to make all of us know. Even you want greatest, you are saying we should support the government. Why are we not asking where is our Prime Minister? Now the convention is over, we have declared Biafra. Why has the government, the interim government, let me put it this way, why have they not come out to give us a breakdown of the situation concerning our Prime Minister? Because all we have been hearing all this while for the past 2 weeks is just conflicting informations. Today we hear he was arrested. Tomorrow we hear he's been questioning. Next tomorrow is coming out. Today is no more coming out. We have been hearing conflicting informations. The CSO needs to come out to address the situation of our Prime Minister first, before any other thing. So why are we not addressing that issue? Because now it's not looking as if there's some kind of motive in all this rush and rushing things. This movement has been moving under the Biafran Republic government in exile, and it has been moving perfectly without any complaint. Everybody has been happy. Why now that we now declare our independence as a sovereign nation, all these things are now coming up? What happened to the former structure? Why is the present structure avoiding to work with the former structure to gain a foothold? Whether we like it or not, everybody is important. Honorable Sonny Aparawa is important. Rafael Ajere is important. You World Greatest is important. Mazaki, everybody here is important. And you think you can just push these people back and work with the Biafran people? No. These people that you are trying to sideline, it took them time to gain the trust of the Biafran people due to the situation that happened with the time of Mazen Nnamdi and the DOS people. It took them time. And you think people will just jump on your own wagon and start following sheepishly? You think Biafran people are like that? My only advice, they should go back, resolve their differences, find a way to work, and because see, you want to, where was this consultation of this new transitional government? When was it made? Where was the consultation made? Because if you want to form a transitional government, there has to be consultations. Did you consult all these people, either big or small? Okay, now you just let them leave your office, hand over your portfolio to this man. Is that how it's been done? Everybody is a stakeholder in this Biafran movement. Nobody is bigger than anybody. And the kind of government our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say we are going to form is a government for the people, by the people, and for the people. We are not here for command and control. The people have rights to question whatever they see because they have been through a lot. From the hands of Lord Lugard of the British people to the Nigerian terrorist government, they have seen a lot. And we are saying enough is enough. Whatever the differences may be, they should go back inside. Our collective effort should be, let's go against this, our government. Everybody should go against them to go and resolve their differences. Nobody should take side. Because you taking side, you are not solving any problem. We should tell them, Sonny Aparawa, COS, make on a go resolve on a problem and bring a template for us to follow, because our prime minister brought a template before everybody started following him. What is the template of this government? You cannot just bring up a government, a newly government from a new sovereign nation. You just bring the government up under 1 week. How is it possible? Where did you do your consultation? Did you consult? Even though in this government now, because some of us, we are very limited with information. Even in this government, there are some people that we call our enemy that we are even supposed to draw in. Everybody is important. So everything will function smoothly for everybody and the betterment of everybody. So my brothers and my sisters, we should forget all this front and back is not taking us anywhere. If we like, let us shout here on space from morning till night, 1 week to 1 year. It will never solve any problem because the spirit of Biafra has never dwelled in anybody. Our COS need to gain the trust of his people that is about to work with, either present or past. And we should all stop saying that because Sonny Aparawa and Rafael Ajere, that because they lost their position, that was why no, that's not it. Even when I remember when our prime minister was working with the Emeka Livingstone, he sidelined Sonny Aparawa and Rafael Ajere. He was listening to Emeka Livingstone and this Kelechi and co. Then did they go against the struggle? No. They were patient, doing what they're supposed to do. So nobody should just come up here and start telling me that Sonny Aparawa is this. No, my brother, we know these people more than these people now that they are bringing to us. And before you read the cabinet, who are these people? What are their portfolios? We don't know them. Surely, our prime minister, when he started enacting his cabinet in Biafra,
1 more minute, my
he
brother.
posted a picture of everybody.
1 more minute.
He posted a picture of, all right. We'll round up now. He posted a picture of all the whole cabinet members. And he mandated them that everybody must show his or her face. Who are these people? And he do inform us a time ahead before he takes any decision. That is a government that works for the people, and by the people. So my advice for everybody is that both the new transitional government, they are at fault. Sonny Akbarawa and co, they are at fault. We should all tell them to go inside, resolve their differences, and bring a template. And lastly, where is our prime minister? What is the situation about it? Because this power tussle of the thing is now becoming suspicious. Is our prime minister coming out soon? Is he not coming out soon? That is the question we should be asking before giving anybody to pilot this Biafra struggle power to continue. That is my own contribution to all this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mazi,
Hold
please,
on,
can I
hold
ask you a
on. Don't
question?
ask
Please,
me
can
a
I ask
question.
him a
Hold on,
question? I want to
don't
ask him a
ask
question.
me a
Just two
question. Don't
questions.
ask me a question yet.
Just two questions, please.
Don't ask me a question, please. Don't ask me.
No, there's
Don't
okay.
ask me a
No
question.
problem.
You have time to ask me a question. I need to say something.
You can go on. If you want to ask
Don't
me any
worry,
question, you
30,
can
hold
go
on.
on.
I need to say something. He's going to ask you a question. That's not a problem. But I need to say something. First of all, it is past 5 a.m. here. And I need to be sleeping so I can wake up. But I will just stay awake. What I want to say, 30, is that you just confirmed. Okay, can you mute yourself for me? Let me see if I can mute you. You just confirmed my position, meaning everything you just said is, how do you expect someone who has been there working hard to just come and leave everything? Everything has boiled down to how these people feel, how they are no longer in the cabinet. Everything has boiled down to their selfish ego. You guys have still not been able to show me anything other than the fact that they are aggrieved because they were excluded. And when you talk about the new government should try and work with the old government, how can you work with someone that's not willing to work with you? Someone that does not recognize you in the first place? How do you manage to bridge that kind of a gap? For you to work with someone, the person has to come with good faith in the first place in order for you to work with them. My brother, this thing does not belong to anybody. Oh. Because you've been fighting for long or you've been doing something for long does not mean you have the capacity to take us where we need to go. You have brought us where we are today. We are grateful. Can you just let that legacy lie and build on that legacy? Tell me if, as it is now, Parawa left and later on comes to run for office with the popularity he has gained, with the sacrifice he has made, do you think he will not stand the chance of winning an office in the future? So what are we trying to do here? Are we trying to continue? Hold on,
Yeah.
Totti. When you're speaking, I kept
What
quiet.
greatest?
When
What
you're
greatest?
speaking,
Please just give me 1 minute. Okay, go on, go on. I want to respond to what you're
you
saying, but
would
go on.
respond. You even have Idaboski have question for you too. When shit, I forgot my thought. But at the end of the day, my guy, you guys should get off your feelings and how you feel about people sentimentally. No sentiment, my guy. What we are doing here is for everybody. It's for the future, for the present, and for the past generation, present, and for the future. You make a statement that the prime minister, at the end of the day, before he took over, Mazda Kano took 6 months. Do you think if DOS, the first order Mazda Kano gave when he was arrested, when he was kidnapped, was that Simon Ekpa should take charge? Do you think if DOS have not sabotaged Simon, Simon would have waited 6 months before he starts to implement his own leadership? He would not. It was because he had to fight DOS first in order to position himself before he can start giving orders and making rules. But this lady has been under Simon for a while. Even when just the way DOS tried to stop Simon and Nnamdi Kanu to come together, is the way Livingstone and others tried to stop Simon and Rabueze from coming together. The spirit of Biafra does not lie. Okay, this lady has been working with Simon, has been going on errand, representing Simon in South Korea and other places. Okay, so at the end of the day, I believe the deputy professor, what she says, the prime minister asked her to take over. The way I believe Simon Ekpa, when he says Mazda cannot ask him to take over without we seeing any evidence. Please, my people, this thing we are fighting for is just because a couple of people are angry that they are no longer involved. Can you people just see the writing on the wall? These people have succeeded in blackmailing some of us, not all of us. And when you say a lot of Biafrans are aggrieved with the the deputy prime minister, it is not true. It is just few of you. Because if you go and read comments of what our people are commenting, you guys are few in numbers. People that are sympathetic to what these people are doing. It's very few. So please, my people, if we are really serious that we are building a government, The government that they are building has shown themselves capable. Can we give them breathing space to show themselves more? If they start to show lapses, then we can come back here and speak on it. But not before anything has happened. You guys are just prophesying their failure on them already, castigating them as coming to destroy the system without any evidence of anything. I don't understand how you expect her to run this government successfully if the defense, the finance, and everybody fail to brief her. Please, can we do things the right way? Can we just do things the right way? Dabuski, you can ask your question now, so he can answer. He can.
Yeah, please,
No,
before Ndaboski, there's something I want to clear what great is. There's something we always fail to understand, or maybe we are just speaking out of ignorance sometimes. Even in a well-established country, after an election is being done in that country, there's something they call a reconciliation meeting. And who is the present government having that reconciliation meeting with? It's with the opposition. In every government, there's an opposition. But you must find a way to work with the opposition. So we should not be taking this thing as if maybe
my guy,
it's
you're
a
giving
very big something. It's not a big something. Wait now.
Hold on. What you just said is misinformation. When the government, let me use America for example, the moment Trump won, Trump team, the people Trump have chosen that to be his transitional team and the transitional manager, they are already discussing with Joe Biden's team. Joe Biden's team is telling them this is where we are. Okay, let's say for example, the Secretary of Defense is telling them, okay, this is where we are. This is what the plans are with Ukraine. This is the future. This is what we wanted to do if we had gotten another term. This is it. It's called transitioning, where the old department where the old department brief the incoming administration, right, with where they are and things that they have. But when the old department refused to brief the new incoming administration and continue to insist that their office remain, that nobody have abolished that disbanded their office, then I don't know how to work with you. I don't know what kind of information you're giving us, please. Most of us know how things work. You say I'm talking out of ignorance. How does that sound ignorant now?
Wait. Let me tell you something. Can this, okay, you are talking of America, because 2016 when Trump won, when Trump contested the election with Hillary Clinton, after everything they had the reconciliation party, two of us, where even Hillary Clinton was present. The opposition
there was no
present
reconciliation pact with Hillary Clinton and Trump. Stop that conversation, bro. You're making things that are not there.
The videos are there.
See,
Stop.
no, I will not let you
Let me
push
tell
all this
you, I will
misinformation. You guys continue to push. I will not let you
this is
push.
not
I will not let you push this misinformation. The only thing Hillary Clinton did was call Trump on the phone and concede defeat. There was nothing like reconciliation, nothing. The moment it happened, Trump went to Obama and started to converse with Obama's team for transitioning. Please stop all these things you guys are doing. Why are you people trying to rigmarole us as if we don't know what's going on, what we are talking about? Come on, Atoti, please answer Daboski. So let's move on. In Daboski, ask your question, please.
We can listen. The clips are there on the internet.
In Daboski, please ask your question. Let's move on. We have more people to speak.
Even Trump made some kind of jest against even Hillary Clinton that day, and she smiled over it.
Okay, Mazi, see, I want to ask a question. Mazi, hold on. Mazi, please, sorry for interjecting. I want to ask some question. First of all, you understand? In the Boski. First of all, this whole thing is not because of the appointment, quote and unquote. Too. Nobody who just they talk, not because of the appointment or the omitted and unomitted, not because of the appointment, quote and unquote. Secondly, you're talking about reconciliation. How can you reconcile with the person who doesn't want to talk to you? As I did neutral. I know decide anybody. But whenever I say the truth, I will say it. You understand what I mean? How can you reconcile with those who doesn't want to talk with you? There are many things I keep on saying it. You people are pushing me to say many things that I'm not supposed to say in the public, but I say they hold myself. How can you reconcile those who doesn't want to have meeting with you? You want to have meeting with those who want to come in to me. See, assuming that there's a meeting, even before the convention, this whole problem will not come up. It's because of the issue of insubordination. I am demigod. I am God. I cannot talk to you. In fact, I can't talk to you. I am the God. That's why you see what's happening. Let me say it now. There are some people, prime minister, give too much power, and that too much power is intoxicating them. And let us not make this mistake. If we make this mistake, other people will learn from this. There are some people, prime minister, give too much power, and that too much power is intoxicating them. Let me tell you the truth. You must report, you must do meeting, you must do. Nobody is taking your position away from you. Nobody is taking the information accountant position on it, but you must report. There's the way to do things. It must not be you as you hold it up only on yourself. That's the problem. That's the problem we're having here. The problem of not reporting, because you feel that, okay, I'm in charge of this place and I can't report. Nobody can supposed to know everything about what's happening in my district. That's the thing. That's the problem. See, you cannot have reconciliation meeting with those who doesn't want to have meeting with you. That's my question was supposed to be, how do you have meeting with those who doesn't want to have meeting with you? How do you want to have reconciliation meeting with those who doesn't have to have meeting with you, my brother? That's the question I'm asking you first.
Yeah, thank you, Indaboski, for that question. I will answer you this way. The CSO and every other cabinet has been working together when our prime minister was still very much around here. And there has never been any day that we heard that maybe the COS is having problem with Sonia or having problem with Algeria. There was never. If there's any, please tell me. So the question is, why now? So why now is the question. Why now that our prime minister is not around? Because I will repeat myself again. Everything everybody is saying here is just based on assumption. Nobody really knows what is happening inside the cabinet between these people. Because even and some people have even bear witness here that when they try to have a meeting, some people were kicked out. You don't need to kick anybody out from a reconciliation meeting. You have to manage everybody. That is why I make my statement. Patience and trust is what is giving this administration problem. You must be patient to take anything as a leader. You don't need, even our prime minister. Our prime minister, sometimes some people will come and insult him. If Rafael Algeria wants to remove the person, he will say, no, leave him, let him talk. He will now convince that person. And these things will not just happen under 1 week or 1 month. It will take time. The engagement will take time. You will continue to be engaging them till you get what you want from them. But the administration will be running until the people will say that maybe they don't want to.
All right, thank you, Toti. Let's
I
move
want to
on.
stand the
Toti, you've been
mighty
speaking
position
for a
that
while. Toti, hold on.
the government and
Okay, can
the
I?
people.
Toti, hold on.
I hope it's my turn
Hold
now.
on, Toti. Toti, hold on.
And bring the suffering for the Biafran people so far to you.
Toti, you've been speaking for over 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Can we move, please? We cannot dwell on that, please. The next person to speak.
It's me, Messi. Messi's there?
Messi, go on. Go on, Messi. Are you there?
Yeah, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Good morning from my end here. I stand on existing protocol. See, my take on observant what I understand of what is going on in all these things is number one. Okay, let me clarify one or two things here before I move on. What the greatest, you always said Ajere insulted Mazi Simon, then he come back. I mean, when he was this government. It wasn't during the time of this government. All those things
No, I
happened.
said
It
it was
was
time
when
of DOS, not this government.
okay. Then that's number one, because then they were just trying to after Mazinam Dekano was kidnapped, everyone was confused. So Nelly and Destiny came with her do and all those stuff. Anyway, that's a part. Then another one is this, my own concern. Two women have come from Canada and complained about the new defense minister or secretary or whatever, that lady in Canada. Two people from that side have now to complain. We should put that into consideration. So many of us should remember the reason PM removed Madam Azoka from defense minister. During her time, the man on the ground was badly sabotaged. And that time, Gaddafi was there. And she was the defense minister, a woman who knew nothing about military and how rule of engagement works. The man on the ground was badly sabotaged. And that's what, from what I understand, that is why Azoka was removed as defense minister. Now, another woman again with a bad kind of not good image is coming up again as the defense minister, because the whole buhaha going on is about our men on ground, to be honest to you all. The whole this thing going on this is because of them. If those men are being sabotaged, forget all this is that your government or no is your government. Everybody eyes is on the men on the ground. If we have any infiltrator or any this thing that begin to sabotage themselves on the ground, all the sufferness we have been suffering all these years are in vain. Just that's the pure truth. A woman should not handle that post, especially somebody like that. Two people have come from that same Canada to complain about that same woman. I don't care who take any opposition. Thank God I'm not in this thing. The same complaint, somebody from South Africa complained. It's the same thing. Us, I'm in Ireland here. We see the same problem we are having. My coordinator was in Finland. I was with her yesterday. And I said, please give me details of what is going on. Because I was in Finland last year, but this year I couldn't go. My coordinator here in Ireland, I said, I heard about this account changing. And she told me that account being changed is the COS is the one handling that account, her own. And that's the problem. And she said, we are not going to put because we have coordinated our money this Saturday, because even before the account said, when people were complaining, why suspending the Saturday, this fundraising this week, and I said, and I was telling somebody, what COS could have done to stop all this confusion going on is, okay, since she's planning to bring out this new administration, is just tell people, everybody, all the continental rep all over the world, put your money into the website. We are not going to have a physical fundraising, and that will end the whole thing. If she had asked people to like this, our money now, I am listening to you here, and people are still posting their receipts. And the confusion is, are we going to put the money in the website? I told them, just put your money in the website. This is what COS should have done. No physical fundraising sitting, but continental rep all over the world. All the money you have gathered in your location, in your countries, put them into the website. Not bringing it into a different account. My coordinator was in Finland. She spent 7 days there. She just came back yesterday. 2 days ago, and I was with her. We had a coffee morning yesterday, and she told me everything. And now I said, what is going? She said, if she presents that account, she will we in Ireland, we are going to halt the money. We're not going to put it in that mandate account, because she's the one controlling that account. And that account, when that account was there, is between them in the cabinet there. They are the one using the account. is not for the public. The one we are using, IPOB in USA or BiafraGov.com, is the one for general, and that's where everybody is putting in their money. And again, at the same, I'm still saying that woman, 2 people from Canada have complained about the fence should be removed. The whole back and front, or if you are here or not there, me, I don't care. But my main concern are the men on ground, because that is where all this is coming from. Remember when man Mazen Namdekano was kidnapped, China said to come on air and on Radio Biafra and announce men on the ground should drop their gun and go home. Some people that refused to go, some people that were refused to drop their gun they start killing them. Some commanders they started killing them. They're sabotaging them, calling their names on Radio Biafra, and Nigeria government will start killing them. Then let this thing not happen again. Nobody knows what's happening to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Where is he? Somebody has asked this question now. Where is PM? Let not what happened to Oyendu repeat itself again. Because the whole thing is not about power and intoxication. That woman that gave a minute, Azuka was removed because BLA was badly sabotaged during her own time, and they are putting another woman again, somebody who is working with the Tinubu government. And I heard from Adado Rama that somebody, a cousin of Ifa Yoba, is in the cabinet. What is going on, for goodness sake? This same Ifa Yoba sent people to protest against Mazi Simon Ekpa, sent several people to assassinate Simon Ekpa. The cousin is in the cabinet. And we are here talking about government who to hell with minister or whatever, a minister of finance or Nigeria and the rest of them. I don't care if their position or not position. My main concern is PM and the men on ground. If they are sabotaged, we are doomed. Just like I said, my coordinator here in Ireland, the Republic of Ireland here, was in Finland. She spent 7 days. She traveled on the 26th. I think the program started 28th, 29th. She traveled on the 27th on Wednesday. She just came back. I had to sit down and say, give me the details because I want to understand. I don't want to believe what is going on media or social media. And I said, I am talking to you right now. We are contributing our money. I just said people should just put the money to stop all this thing. That's what the best thing COS could have done to stop all this madness going on. People all over the world, if you gather your fundraising, put it on a website. It doesn't matter as long as money is going in there. Even if you didn't see physical fundraising on Zoom or media, it's okay. But changing the account, which she is the one handling that account, is a no-no to me. I have 3 things here I want to say, and I am going to stop here because this morning I've been waiting to make this comment. 2 things I want to say here. That woman of defense should be removed. They shouldn't put her, a woman should not handle the men on the ground, being a defense, to avoid sabotage and avoid them being start killing or sabotaging themselves there. And 2, the account. I don't know why all this things is coming up now. And again, what is happening to PM? I rest my case. Thank you.
I hope it's my turn now to speak because I have been here since morning. Can I speak now?
Mazake, I don't know. Mazake, are you there?
Master K or what great? What great? Are you there?
it's like this for they are sleep for food.
Can I speak now?
What greatness?
Hello,
Brother, go
Biafra.
ahead, go ahead. I don't
My
know
brother,
whether
please
what
speak, speak, speak,
Okay,
speak. No
okay,
problem.
okay. So I greet everyone, and first and foremost, I have to thank everybody. It shows that we so much love our new nation, Biafra. But what I want to contribute here, because I'm not saying what I want to say. I'm not saying it because I hear from somebody. It's for my observation. When I watch the convention, I watch it. I was live until the convention finished. So I saw a lot of red flag, something that is not normal in that convention. But that one is apart. What I want to tell Biafrans, this time we are in this struggle, is it cabinet is important to us or Biafra people is important to us? For me, Biafran people is important to us. We don't, even though for me, when our deputy prime minister announced dissolving of Biafra government in exile, yes, in the convention, I accept. Why did I accept? Because those things supposed to be something that they will do within themselves secretly. But in that convention, what I saw, and my own observation, I begin to understand that this problem did not start just because of memo or because of the live broadcast some people did. And now I begin to wonder why. And if you could remember, since this let me just say, as from 26, 27, our men on ground have been fighting every day up to today. Nigeria government did not give them breathing space, which some of them are here, they can confirm. Do you know why the Nigeria government are doing all those things? They want to reduce our power to zero. But our people are here talking about what is not even important. Are we talking about constitution? Have we defended our land? Our priority now is to defend our lands, to give our men whatever they want. Because without our men, our war, all these things where we shout on social media 100 years, 10 years will be in vain. What are we talking about? Those people they brought, I'm not siding anybody because I'm very, very angry. Because we know what we suffer, what we pass through in this struggle. Those people you are brought in as a cabinet member now, who know them? How do we trust them? Or do you want to build another DOS according to how many my people said here? We are not here to defend constitution. We are here to defend Biafra. Because Biafra people are the people that wrote that constitution. Our life is more important. Our land is more important to chase zoo government out from our land. What are we discussing? Are we discussing now that the Biafra government have take over their territory or what? Why our men are fighting day and night since when this convention come close? Our men are fighting day and night up to today. Nigeria government don't want to give them breathing space. I begin to suspect maybe there is something going on somewhere. Because when I had the suspension of sources, I did not post anything about anybody, but I said, what is going on? From there, I begin to see the picture of sources outside. Who did all those things? Who post the name of sources outside? Our people in this level of agitation, we're supposed to be thinking very high, not emotionally. We are still in exile because if Biafra, if our territory is still under Nigeria government, we are still in exile. So our priority is supposed to be to fund our men and fund our political battle for Biafra recognition. What are we discussing? You want to bring another set of criminals into our struggle, people that we don't know?
Thank you, my brother. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, hold on before you start calling people criminal. Has anybody stolen?
I said set of criminal. I don't call anybody
hold
criminal,
on,
brother.
hold on.
I didn't call anybody criminal.
Hold on first.
Into this government, please.
Hold on. We keep making assertion as if this government has come to sabotage. How do you people know that what is happening was not arranged by the Prime Minister? Can we at least give the benefit of doubt or a little bit of evolution when we
I
are
approve to us. Prove to us that it was approved by Prime Minister. Prove to us.
See, I don't have any proof.
You see,
also you don't have proof either way to counter it. But what you shouldn't do is to make insinuation that the people have not made already and insinuate or think of them the way you think of them when there is no evidence of the contrary. And
what
also,
greatest?
I think
Let me make my submission.
Please rush
so
your
can
submission.
continue.
Your submission. I don't speak this thing. 2 more minutes, please.
So this time around, this problem, for me, for my own observation, I see that confusion is everywhere. They have thrown confusion. It's not ordinary. All this thing that happened is not ordinary. Somebody brought confusion in our midst. How are we going to chase all those things out? We are just finishing convention. What is the next? The next, no matter how much you have, let us continue funding our men. They are facing severe attack from the Nigeria government. Today, as I'm talking to you, they don't give them breathing space. But we focus on something that is not even relevant in this moment. Nobody is giving us account how our prime minister is doing. Nobody. What they focus is in a cabinet, selecting people that we don't even know. How do you trust those people that they will deliver? Somebody said that if they make mistake, do you know that the mistake you make can take 500 people's life? If you wait until they make mistake before you will change them. This is not Biafra we are fighting for. Now we are not even in democratic system of government. We are in quasi-military government because we are fighting to defend our land. Anybody telling you about constitution and this and that, for me, I'm not there. My position is to defend our land,
Brother,
fund our
thank
men,
you.
give
You've
them
been speaking
everything
for
they
a while.
want.
Thank you. We have so many people. I have to go to sleep too. It's almost 6 a.m. here. Please, let's continue because that is your own assertion, your opinion. We cannot wait for anything. Everything has to move on. Christopher, you're waving your hand. You have anything to say, Christopher?
Yes, my brother, just real quick. To the last person that spoke, and if you can just answer me yes or no. The PM's cabinet, as we call it, do you know the people that were there from A to Z as compared to the new list you saw? I asked you a yes or no question. Can you kindly answer me? Do you know that list? Do
Listen, my
you
brother, I
know
cannot
that list
answer
as
you.
compared to the new list?
I cannot answer it the way you
So that
want.
you can
Allow me
answer
to
this question,
explain.
I'll tell somebody to
Allow me
answer
to
yes or
explain.
no. No, don't do that. We don't do that in Biafra, please.
All right, my people. I think we've trashed this issue a lot and enough. I think I should call it.
Yes. What greatest? Just give me a minute, okay? Initially, we came here to beg us that we should mind the way we talk. Many of us have gone through that new list. Can you kindly mute the person who is unmuted? And also, the aggrieved parties have also said they've come here to tell you they have nothing against whatever list was put out. And then we've said, okay, internal issues should be resolved internally. Many of us know the persons that were on the PM's list, the so-called PM's cabinet, and on this same list. Majority of them are still there. So when you come and talk about a bunch of, I know the Minister of Ports is still there, Justice is still there, the Foreign Affairs, that is very important at this stage, the same people are still there. Okay, so please, I beg us, mind your words. You do not come and say you know a bunch of criminals and all this. And to those who are concerned about Canada and this, somebody will not do well for your WhatsApp group or your Canadian group or the Canadian party, that does not necessarily mean the person will not perform other duties diligently. I'm not saying anybody is good or bad, but all I'm saying is this: if you are not certain, if you are not sure, if you do not have 100% information, it's better to stay neutral and kindly follow and learn. That is all I'm asking. Do not come and talk about criminal or not criminal when you do not have adequate information. For example, somebody came to talk about South Africa, and a fellow member of that South African group came to say, no, this South African person in my group was actually giving the wrong information. So I'm begging us, let us try not to take sides in this issue. That is all I'm saying. Be neutral about it, and we should urge the parties. I'm ending. I'm ending. And we should urge the parties involved, like I said, internal issues, go and fix it internally. And we should not make a mockery of this government. Thank you.
Christopher, please, I have to ask you something, my brother.
So does it mean that it's only you guys that are meant to be speaking here? Is it what you guys
I will close this space now. Everybody go relax. I don't dare for a while, please. If you want to speak, you can also open your own space and speak too. There's nobody stopping you from doing that. They don't pay money to open space. Why you people sounding like this?
How long you refuse to give me mic and you are the one only you.
All right, we are sorry.
Won't
Okay,
you come to your
we're
stage?
sorry. We are going to give you the mic very
Why are you
soon.
trying to make everything look as if we are keeping you out of this? There are so many people here.
Okay, we'll
Why
give
people
you the
trying to
mic.
look for trouble like this all the time? Say
Yeah, just
speaking, nobody
calm.
want to give you mic.
Just
Come on
calm.
now,
Don't
why people
worry.
doing all these things?
Christopher,
Christopher, I don't even know the question I want to ask Christopher anymore.
I
Please,
talked about the
go on.
old names and the new names. Is it related to that?
No, it wasn't reacting to the names and the new names. It was a question I wanted to ask you for more clarification, just to point to our people that most of this information that they are getting is misinformation. Okay, yes, I've heard what I want to ask you. Christopher, who should we now beg and plead to stop this whole social media drama? Is it the government or the aggrieved members that have brought it to social media? Who do we beg to stop this thing? Because my only concern now is that we should stop this thing because we are giving our enemies ammunition against us. So who do we beg so we can go beg the person to just stop it?
Please, we will not beg the two parts or the two parts.
Junior, that question was not for you. I will remove Junior. That question is not for you. That question was not for you. Please, Christopher, are you there?
I'm here.
Please,
Whoever made this issue escalate to this point should be the ones we should beg. Like I said, you hear what Indaboski also said, right? We no need to use our mouth talk everything as people will get sense. Go inside, fix the issues, and let the people of Biafra rest. We cannot afford to lose focus at this point. Let our people rest and stop disturbing our people. Leave the people alone and let them focus. Go inside and fix your issue and stop disgracing and embarrassing yourselves. You should know better than this. That is all I can say. Go inside, internal issues, fix it, and direct the people as responsible leaders and adults. That is all we're asking for. Thank you.
Thank you. Onyinyere, I'm going to give you this mic, not because you revoted, right? So that it doesn't seem like you have to revote before we come to you. There are so many people, and we've been trying to accommodate everybody. So when you people make assertions, you believe your assumptions, and it's not fair. All right, that's the same thing you guys, most of us are doing to these cabinet members. We just make assumptions and just believe that they've already committed the crime. We are thinking they will. Onyenyere, you can go on. Onyenyere one.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Christopher, for that. Because you just said my mind. For me, I want them to go and settle whatever dispute and come and address Biafrans. That's just it. You understand? You can go on, Onyenyere.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending where you are streaming from. I want to contribute on what we are discussing. But my major problem I have with our people here is that some people think that they are well learned. Some people think that their decision is what matters in what we are doing. And when they think that way, they think that every other person's opinion does not count or does not worth it. You see, one thing about this problem that has been flaming is this. There is an adage that says, to whom much is given, much is expected. If you tell me, I respect our COS, but what she's doing at this time, at this point in time.
Is anyone speaking? Because I can't hear anyone. Is anyone speaking?
30, I'll bring you
Oh, yeah,
down.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring you down. I'll bring you up later. I'll bring someone in your place.
All
So
right, all right. No problem, no problem.
But request the mic if you want to speak again.
Yeah, no problem. Was greatest, no problem.
All right. Thank you.
So,
Onyenyere, go on.
okay, what I was saying before I was interrupted is this. If this kind of a thing has been flaming, I believe, I don't just want to believe that COS is not hearing our voice, the citizens, the people that she is thinking that she's representing. I don't want to believe that she's not hearing our voice. But if at all she's hearing our voice, what stops her from coming out to address Biafrans and to let Biafrans know the reason why she take that decision she take? For me, as long as Biafra, we have declared Biafra, but as long as they are still in exile, I believe those people that are still piloting the affair, they are capable to still be on the affair. But for me, as I am speaking to you, I must be frankly speaking. Though I know that Ogechukwu Nkere, sometimes he doesn't know how to speak. But yet, I believe that he's doing a good job. There is some lapses. There is some places that he can cover. And when you bring somebody who cannot cover those spaces that she is covering, let me just come in the area of finance. Maybe there is something that comes out emergency, and you don't have that exact amount to solve that problem. If you have somebody who is in that position and can do that thing, maybe after we can pay that person back. This is a very huge cover that person is doing to us. And I don't think you should remove that person at this critical point in time. This is not only my stand. Even Biafra Unite, this is also his stand. That this cabinet should go and have a meeting and resolve their differences. Then you can come to us as a Biafrans to tell us what you guys have resolved. Then if you have anything, anybody we can advise, we advise that. Let me not just take much time. In my conclusion, the person that is making this thing to linger is our chief of staff, because she refused to come and address us. Now she's telling us that she's coming with the cabinet. When you have not tell the house, you have not even come to the space and tell Biafrans that this is what happened in the convention. We have finished the convention. This is what happened. You have not even tell the Biafrans that from now we are going to form new people, and this is how, before our prime minister formed people, he came to space and announced it. If you have any post you want to contest, you go for it. Okay, let me just submit here because I have some businesses I want to handle. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stanley.
Yeah.
Can I speak? I'll be here.
Evan, you're the next to go. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, my majesty. Somebody should mute. She's echoing. Am I still coming out?
Yeah, go on, Evan, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'm speaking. Okay, thank you. World greatest. So I've been listening and concerning what is happening. See, me, I've been following this movement since 2019. So from what is happening now, I'm not in the side of anybody, but I'm going to speak based on the knowledge I have on about this movement. You know, somebody said that we are no more government in exile, that we are now USB, United States of Biafra, that that is not true. We are still in exile. So we haven't gotten our nation, but we have declared our nation, but we haven't gotten it until we are able to sustain, to drive the occupiers out of our land. That is the only time that you will say that we are no more in exile. As of now, the Biafra government is still in exile. So let everybody understand that. So people should not say that we are no more in exile. That is not correct. Then number two, concerning the government appointment, those things, they are not very important at this particular time that we are, because we are seeing the government. What we need is just few appointments that will give direction, that will give order for us to be able to control what is happening on ground. The only thing we need now is on ground. And just I know we have but the major thing, the most important thing is what is happening on ground. How can we sustain the fights on ground? That is the only thing that will survive this movement. If you like, you appoint everybody here in exile. If the fight on ground die, everything will die naturally. So let us understand this. So then what I want to say is this. First of all, when I saw that memo about the suspension of success, it didn't shock me. I was because I know that success, he has been on the back door with in concerning the things concerning our men on ground. I know that on my own personally, but he is not on the public. He has been working with our PM in the issue of the men on ground. So it's like a special somebody to our PM in that area. But when the COS post that memo, say success has been suspended, first of all, I say there is a problem now. Inside my mind, I just know that something is going wrong, because the power behind this thing is that those men on ground. And now you say you suspend him. Then after that one, then the issue of of our finance minister of finance, I'm not 100% in support of him for not be able to give accountability, because there's supposed to be accountability. But because when our PM was here, I know that the PM knows all that is happening, the income and the outcome of the expenses. But now that our PM is not here, this is a government. There must be somebody to checkmate him. He cannot just hold everything by himself, and nobody will know how he's using the money. But in that case, you have to give accountability. I support that one. But what I'm against is that the way the COS come in terms of that accountability, it should have do it in a more patient. Shall be patient. It's too early. The rush is too much. We cannot rush him like that. Our PM was not up to 3 weeks. Should have do it in a more patient way and not say just in less than how many weeks you want to just change everything. No, it is not done like that. This thing should have been done in an orderly manner. That as time goes on, he will be able to give accountability. So all I'm saying now is this: the issue of all this position on the government, this or that, to me, it's not important to me. What is important to me is that the issue on Biafra land, that issue, that momentum, that struggle must be sustained. Because if that struggle in the homeland is not sustained, what is the meaning of appointment in exile? It is rubbish. It's not going to. Nothing is going to happen. So me, what I want to say is that I'm not supporting anybody. The finance minister, I'm not. He have his own faults from what I listened to him yesterday. So he should. Then the COS also, they should come together. But on the issue of accountability, the COS must take it easy. But that accountability is something that must happen, because, for example, now you are not giving accountability. You are the one in charge of the account. Then how is that a government? Somebody must be able to checkmate you in case of anything, so that not that you are going to release the money to him, but he must know that how you are spending it and how you are doing with the money that belongs to the people. So that accountability side is very important. That one is something that must be done, but it should not be in a rush with this way the COS come about it. It should not be in a rush. It must be done in an orderly manner. So with what is happening now, we should try and everybody should just be patient and see what is going to play. But let us not take this appointment. So on the other side, I forget to say, those people that have been working with our PM, like those people, they have been sustaining this movement. This thing is still a movement. It's not yet a country as most of us think. You cannot go remove them like that and say you want to bring somebody. How are you going to sustain the movement at home? This is a new person that you are bringing that does have nothing, that know nothing about the fight on ground that is going to, everything will die. So I'm not supporting moving the old people, like those major people that are working with our PM, like Success, like the Akparawa Soni, like Raf. Those people, they must be there. It's a must. As of now, if this thing is going to work, you can't remove them. You must leave them there, and you add others to them. Or if you remove them, what are you saying? We are saying in the struggle. We are saying in government in exile. We haven't gotten any country yet. Then you are removing people that have been fighting. They have with our PM that they haven't done any mistake. Things have been going on well. The only thing I want the COS to do on the area of accountability with the finance minister, that's one I support that one. But any other thing that she is doing, I'm not in support about saying removing people and bringing people that have been working effectively. Some people say we are not a nation. Who told you that we are not yet a nation yet? Until we drive the enemies and we claim our land. It is that time that we are now in the United States USB. Until that time, for now, we are still in a struggle to get our nation. So everybody that has been working, they should continue to work. They should leave them. Everything is supposed to remain as it is. To me, what should have done is that additional people to support what is on, and that area of accountability. So that is the important thing that she's supposed to do. Not all this one that she say remove this. No. I'm not support. So that's just my little contribution. So that is it. Thank you.
My brother, that is just God, I don't know what to say. I've just as in, we keep saying the same thing over and over, going round and round the circle.
No, what greatest? You are the one that I'm talking. You say that we are now in USB. We are no more in government in exile. That statement, stop it. It's wrong. You are confusing people.
You see what you're doing. What was the essence of going to Finland if we're still having government in exile? What's the essence? You
Yeah,
hold
the essence
on,
of Finland is
hold on. You are just spreading misinformation everywhere. Okay, the document, the memo that is being sent out, where do you see government in exile? I don't know what you guys are doing. No, I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know if this government you guys think we are creating is boju boju. I don't know if it is akaramo we are doing here. Eh? How can I tell you that we are in a nation? You're telling me that I'm lying, that what I'm saying is confusing people.
Can I answer you? Can I
Don't
answer
answer
you? You
me.
asked
Don't
me a
answer me. Don't
question.
answer me. I'm not asking you a question. Don't answer me.
Because you are spreading false information here.
Don't answer me. Don't answer
You
me.
said we have gotten our independence.
Don't answer
What
me.
kind of nonsense? That's a lie.
We've not gotten our.
We haven't gotten the independence.
Okay, thank you. I hear you.
We are still fighting.
Okay.
So don't change anything. Allow us to fight.
Let me ask. Okay, Amazonia has gotten their independence. They are still fighting. So continue to be misinforming yourself.
Amazonia have not gotten their independence. They are what greater. Let me explain to you now. I'm not trying to challenge you.
Don't worry. I don't want your explanation because nothing you are going to tell me will change my knowledge of what I know.
The purpose of us going to Finland is to generate a document that will back our fight.
Okay,
that does not mean that we are not.
Okay,
that does not mean that you will not tell people that we are no more in government in exile, that we are governing our country. Then you are not appointing ministers to do what?
Thank you.
In exile to do what?
Thank you. You're just 100% wrong in your assertion.
It's not wrong. That is the fact now. Let's talk reality. What is important now is not exile. The most important thing now is what is happening in the Biafra land. The Biafra Liberation Army. That is our only hope. Not exile. Not appointment.
If there is no coordination from, I don't know, man. In fact, let me keep quiet. Stanley, let's go.
I'm just speaking.
Junior, you are not going to tell us who come up. Stop this thing that they do. We did, me and my co-hosts know who come up first. Stanley don't drop, they come up, Why they do all these kind of things there? Stanley, let's go.
No verse. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, co-host and host. Thank you, everybody. I greet you guys. I know we all have concern about what's happening, but I don't believe it's actually right to take sides. I believe that with the convention is over, and I also think and believe that transition of government is necessary. It's a necessity after the declaration. I agree with that. But where I have problem is, I really don't have problem with CSO stepping up to assume the position of Vice Prime Minister. I don't have problem with that, because it is also a necessity, because we need to have a leader, right? So that we can proceed to the next phase of the struggle. But then we should be very, very intelligent and smart and wise in this transition. Otherwise, that structure or that cabinet or government officials or whatever that we are trying to collapse into the other one might collapse on us and kill all of us. Let me give an illustration. If you are trying to bring down a building and you are using an excavator